2/3 van de aardbol bestaat uit zeeën en oceanen. Een massa water die constant in beweging is. Als je die krachten nou eens omzet in elektriciteitsproductie. Het gebeurt al, her en der, op kleine schaal. En de mensen die ermee bezig zijn, zagen elkaar in Amsterdam.
Well, 2/3 of the planet are covered with ocean. So I don't need to explain or say how big this resource is.
De techniek is er. De professionals zijn er. En ze hebben zich zelfs al verenigd in een club. Maar wat nog nauwelijks voorhanden is, zijn beelden van werkende installaties. Op een 2-daagse workshop in Amsterdam worden wat losse fragmenten getoond.
People try to use or to harvest solar energy first, followed by wind, and now it's time for ocean energy.
Als je de experts op het gebied van oceaanenergie vraagt wat deze bron zo aantrekkelijk maakt, geven ze allemaal hetzelfde antwoord: de dichtheid van water.
Ocean energy or water is 1,000 times denser than air. Just through the density of the energy, you can get from here to there a lot quicker. So you don't need as much space as you would for windmills per se, and you can take a lot more energy of a smaller area of the ocean.
Sommige turbines zijn gebaseerd op de energie van voorbijstromend water. Andere maken juist gebruik van de wisselende waterhoogte als gevolg van golven.
When it comes to wave energy installations, there is an installation done by WaveGen on the island of Islay in Scotland. It's been operational since the end of 2000, so it's going on an almost 5 year of operation. That's a shore-based wave. In other words, installation is sitting on shore, and as the waves come to shore, that's what gets harvested. There's another installation in Azores, which is called the Pico plant. In fact, that plant was the first installed. It was financed by the European Commission.
Een Nederlands idee is om golfenergie-installaties te koppelen aan offshore windenergieparken.
Offshore installations that potentially combine both wind and wave. But it's going to take a while to get there. And in fact, in my own opinion, I think what we will be looking in the future is going to be offshore installations that are going to generate stored energy in either stored hydrogen form or fuel cells or fresh water form, which is all what I call stored energy.
Een praktisch probleem is dat de installaties bestand moeten zijn tegen ruw weer en harde golfslag. Dit kleine Noorse project bestaat niet meer, verwoest. Een andere obstakel is geldgebrek.
But we are right at the verge of a number of those installations coming to full-size prototypes and being installed. The ability of new industry, and we're talking about infant industry, it's just being born, literally, to become mature takes funding. And the lack of funds has been certainly the hindering factor.
Toch voorspelt Alla Weinstein dat golf- en getijdencentrales een snelle entree zullen maken.
We are right where wind energy was about 20 years ago, at the beginning. However, wind energy was a pioneer. It had to solve a lot of problems and a lot of issues that nobody even knew they existed in terms of permitting, people's acceptance. How do you connect the grid to an intermittent resource? We don't have to solve them because they did it, and we're very grateful to be able to use it. Because of that, we believe that the progression with the adequate funding from ideas to prototypes to commercial installations is going to take less time. And that's why I don't believe we need 20 years. I think in about 10-year time, you will see commercial installations of ocean energy.